Hello, welcome to a new update for the Polylab journey that we're on. And yeah, so today it's going to be an actual update because a lot has happened, or a lot actually will happen. And so yeah, it's going to be a real update this time. Sometimes there's not too much to talk about, and then I just talk about some other stuff. Try to always leave some value, but this time it's going to be a real update because there's going to be some change coming. And so this week, I spent a lot of time working on that change, and I'm going to explain a little bit why things are going to change, and then in the end, I'm going to talk about what exactly is going to change, and yeah, I'm actually quite excited now. I was a little bit worried at some stages, and yeah, there was a bit of tension there. And so the reason is, in our course, we're going through all the the basic business things. We've done a business plan. Looked at a lot of like the reasons why we do the business, the looking into the market, to whatever what we want to sell, or what our offer is. And so what I have done is I've done this business plan, and then now we are doing a project, and that project goes for about 3 months. So it's quite a big project that we're working on, and we had to develop that project, and we had to write a whole plan for the project. And so what I basically came up with is that the project, we could actually choose what the project would be. What would be beneficial to our business. And I always thought the bottleneck for me is money. So somehow funding the operations, because there's yeah, I just couldn't afford to spend a lot of time in the workshop making product. That was my big issue, and so I started thinking about the funding side. So if I could somehow get outside funding to basically buy time in the workshop, and to develop, to make product, and then to sell, and then at some point becoming self-sustainable. And so sounds like a great idea. But then the project actually started, and I started to. So the first step of the project was to evaluate how much money I actually need. And so I had a bit of a figure in mind. I was thinking um, I could maybe work with somewhere around the $15,000 mark or something. But then I also did this trial. I did a 2 week, like 2 weeks of production, and working on Polylab. And basically what I came up with after the starting to calculate, and after doing the trial, making product with what I have right now, I got to the conclusion that I'm actually gonna need a lot more money, and a lot more money, a lot more time. Um, I need some more resources, like machines, space, maybe someone who works for me, so that I would need a person to work for me, because I just couldn't. Yeah, just calculating with the product that I have, the margin that I could put on, to when I sell the product, and then paying myself, basically paying the time, so being profitable, including paying myself. That would have been or would be um, pretty much impossible for me at the moment. So yeah, so I got quite discouraged doing that. Just doing this calculation and just thinking about it, I was kind of like overwhelmed with how much that involves and how much money I would need to take on, a risk, because um, yeah, I wouldn't be able to fund it with just like grants or something. That I would get a lot less with that than I would need. And it would be quite a big risk because I would need to buy some more machines, maybe move into another space. And so, yeah, I didn't feel too good in the last like 3 weeks thinking through these things. However, um, I started to basically because I got a little bit more pressure because time is running, and I should be doing this project, and I kind of felt like it's a bit pointless, the project, because I couldn't, I wouldn't, I didn't see it happening. I didn't see the plan work out. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to do a new plan then. So I thought long and hard the last couple of weeks. I thought a lot, and I, did a few brainstorming sessions and a bit of research and things. And so basically, I'm going to change the way Polylab works. And I'm really excited now because I've already got a plan. And yeah, so I'm going to tell you now how it's going to work. So now you know the why. And how it's going to work is I'm going to um, create a community, basically the Polylab community, and I'm going to provide a lot of content. I've started with YouTube here now, and I really enjoy that, and yeah, I always dreamed of doing that, and yeah, I really enjoy this community thing. I spent a while on Instagram uh, in the past, um, you know, doing a lot of social media on Instagram with Polylab, but also with other accounts. And I really like this sense of community that you get. And so basically, what I want to make is content and create value that way. So content, but also the same kind of content that I've made before, showing what I'm doing. I'm still gonna recycle plastic. I am so not that much is changing for the for my followers, except that there's going to be a lot more content and a lot more engagement and things, and I'm going to try to monetize that with Patreon or some form of membership based membership based payments. But I'm going to be doing that very flexible, so you can basically you could follow me for free, but if you want a little bit more, you can sign up and become a member, and then you can we're gonna interact a bit more, and I'm gonna do a bit more long form content for that, and yeah, so we need to somehow make it work, right? And I think I would really enjoy that, and I think I could create quite a bit of value doing that, doing research into the whole waste and recycling topic, plastic, plastic recycling. There's tons of content. So I've, as I said, I've done a lot of brainstorming sessions. So I've come up with a lot of ideas already, and I've got lists that are already old, with a lot of content that that I've got in a list, and then that are ready to, come to fruition. And yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Um, I'm just working out the more the details around it. But yeah, I'm really excited. I do not want to make ads because that's a thing that a lot of influencer um, influencers do, and I think I'm not a fan of ads myself. Um, I know that it works for some people, but I want to make that a benefit of joining my community, that there's not going to be any ads, even if you use the free content that I'm making. There's not going to be ads. I'm not going to promote any product. I also want to be quite independent. I want to say my opinion, and I don't want to, if someone pays me, tell you guys that it's a great product. No, only because they're paying me. So yeah, I want to be independent. It's a bit of a science thing as well. I don't want to be biased by anything there. So I love the scientific method, and I don't want to be biased. I want to find the truth about things, and I want to communicate that, and I'm sure we're gonna have this great team of people who work together and find out how we can solve these waste problems, and this this still growing problem, even though like everyone kind of knows now that there's this waste problem that we have. It's still a growing problem. There's more plastic, more virgin plastic being made all the time, and more plastic thrown into the landfills. So there's some real problems, and I want to go in and basically dig, and maybe even physically dig into the landfills and find out what ends up in landfills, why does it end up there, what ends up in nature, why does it end up there. I'm going to do lots of things that help, and hopefully with a community we are even stronger with a lot of people. I always think about, when I do something by myself, I can only do so much. But if I join someone who by themselves also could only do so much, together we can actually create more than the sum of the two. If you know what I mean. um, I think with a community we could actually get quite strong, and maybe create real change. And that's what this whole operation is about anyway. So we want to change the world to the better. We want to accelerate the transition to a waste-free society. And for that we need to find out how we can do that, and we need to find out the truth about things. And yeah, I'm excited to go on that journey. And if you want to join me on that, first of course subscribe and hit the bell button. And I've got a Patreon signed up, started up, and I'm still working on that. So it's like very fresh. You can sign up. You can go under the video. I put a link, and then also in my about section there's going to be a link to the Patreon. But there's nothing on there at the moment. There's You can sign up for the lowest, $5 per month subscription basically, and you're part of it, and then we'll see how we go from there. So far nothing has happened there. You could be the first one. That would be amazing. Yeah, if you're the first one, I'll have I call you up. We'll have a chat for an hour or something. That'd be great. Okay. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm not sure if it's only going to be Patreon. I just want to have this community. I like Patreon. So far I haven't found anything better than Patreon. There's some other options, YouTube membership and things. Um, I don't know if I can tie that together somehow with Patreon, or if I have to decide if I want to do Patreon or YouTube. But anyway, start with Patreon. You can cancel anytime, of course. It says it's a monthly fee, but you don't have to sign up like for a year or something. You can just do 1 month, see how it goes, and then you've given me $5 and then have helped me. That would be so awesome. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, let's see where this goes, and I am really excited about it. All right, I need to get on with my project now.